Hi, I'm Leon, and today we're taking a look at the Air Warriors or Adventure Force Easy Crossbow. Let's take a look. This is not the first or the second time we've seen one of these top prime true mechanical lever action blasters. It all started with a good friend of ours, the Air Warriors Easy Fire. And now there are 3 blasters in the line, with the latest of which being the Easy Crossbow. The Easy Crossbow itself is not much different. Same prime, which is this top slide here, slam fire enabled, just like all of its contemporaries, and it's also magazine fed down here. So right now, every single blaster of the series seems to be very similar. So, what does that mean for us? Well, it means we get another cool offering depending on if you were thinking about any of the Easy Blasters, and that is this guy, the Easy Crossbow. So, let's talk about what makes it different. So first, I'd like to go ahead and state real quick that the Easy Crossbow is not a stringer. It is a springer. There is a spring within this blaster to fire darts. That being said, the string is still something that can move. For example, I can move both the string and like its nice little sled almost through the blaster. I can't get it to connect. Some of the old Air Warriors crossbows were able to connect them down here, but ultimately it's not a stringer, it is a true springer. But let's talk about these bow arms real quick. You might notice that there's no customization on this blaster, but that doesn't necessarily mean that there's absolutely nothing you can do to change the look of it. This is primarily a use for storage, but these bow arms do happen to move. They rotate in both directions and they allow the blaster to lay nice and flat. So this can be perfectly flat on the table, as you'll see for the thumbnail of this video. These can go on a wall really cleanly, so it can look something like that. You can hold it like this, and when you're ready, just pop the bow arms in place, load in your mag, which when the bow arms are down, by the way, doesn't actually work. Prime forward and go. So, hey, it's great for storage. It's a really nice and flat package, and you shouldn't really be storing mags in your blasters anyways, so, hey, it works out just fine. Top priming handle here is the same as we've seen. It is a lot nicer than the Easy Shots, but a little less nice than the Easy Fires, so just kind of like the price points of these, it reflects that. Slam fire, because of the string, priming this blaster makes a really satisfying mechanical noise. It's super cool, and it is a decently smooth prime. Down here is going to be the magazine and the magazine release, so it's going to be way in front of the trigger and way in front of the grip. Like, it is a pretty decent distance, and it comes with one of the Air Warriors kind of new style of 10-round mags. These are the ones with the ammo indicators. So I'll go ahead and I'll load the included Accublast darts, which first I just need to mention, I'm so happy that these are a thing instead of the old long distance darts. These are so much better in like every way. Loading your darts, pushing your mag, but one of the things I will mention about this mag is that there's ammo indicators on the side. With a blaster like the Easy Crossbow, it's actually kind of useful to have these, but for most other blasters, it's mostly a case of just while you're loading, you can make sure you don't overload. Although it will work with the classic style of clip mag. These are the ones on the Exterminator. These will also be able to connect because this blaster, unfortunately, only comes with the one. And this blaster is also compatible with any sort of Nerf mags I tested it with. The Air Warriors 14 works just fine. It's a little rougher when it's not an Air Warriors mag, but works perfectly fine. Mag release here is pretty decently far, so no matter what kind of pump or if you're running a drum, whatever you seem to be running this blaster with, it won't get in the way. It's a nice paddle mag release. The same style we had on the Easy Fire, actually. It's a super nice mag release. I'm happy they've kept it. But it's super cool. Just go ahead and load in your mag, prime forward, and fire. I don't know if you hear that, but this thing is firing super hard. Like, really hard. I would call it maybe 80s, low 80s, high 70s, maybe low 90s. It's a super, super strong package, and it just sends darts down range. So I'll just load in this Accublast dart again, and just send it this way. And it fires super, super hard, and super, super accurately too, which is super nice. No kind of customizations or whatever, but there is a rear iron sight up here, which does actually correspond to the front sort of, I won't call it a rail, but like beam of the priming handle, which actually gives you a really nice 2-point iron sight to sort of aim. Can't really see much through it, I won't lie, but it is there. And since it is the beam, you can kind of get away with doing some things. It's certainly a lot better than the old crosshair styles on the Easy Shot and Easy Fire. I thought these were obnoxious. They don't really give you much visibility. They block kind of everything. Had this just been completely removed and it was just the front iron sight, I would have liked that a lot better. But that is not a problem on the Easy Crossbow, and I hope they keep that going. I really do. Down to the grip. Well, Air Warriors over the years, especially with the blaster I keep showing, the Easy Fire, seems to have kind of learned a little bit of a thing, which is your grips matter, and being able to hold a blaster matters. And I'm happy to report that, apart from the trigger guard that's missing, this blaster really is super comfortable. I think younger Nerfers will find this thing a little more comfortable than older Nerfers with big hands, but I don't really have any complaints about the Easy Shot, or the Easy Fire, or the Easy Crossbow for that matter. None of them had really bad grips, and this is another exception of something that they did really well. Because there is no trigger guard, trigger discipline is more being on the shell of the blaster, which doesn't feel super comfortable when you're priming it, but that's for those who maybe care. And the stock, I think of it more as a wrist mount, to be honest. I think it's fine. It's not usable in the slightest, but like not even to really, really little kids. But you know what? I don't hate it. You can cut it off, sure, but I don't know. It does kind of make the look of the thing a little cooler. It's whatever. I don't love it at all. I actually really do kind of despise the tininess of this stock, but at the end of the day, it's fine. If you want to push it against yourself, you can. But this blaster's prime weight is light enough that you really don't have to worry about it. So yeah, works with all sorts of mags. Really incredible package. Shoots decently hard. See it on the range. Shooting a full mag of the Air Warriors Accublast darts, then 2 mags of whatever I have around. So, $18 gives you the blaster, which is painted on both sides with this cool camo pattern. The Blitz 6 also did this, and it looks to me like the Rogue also has like a little bit of a camo pattern. So it's cool to see that they're sort of painting these. I think it looks honestly not too bad. It's a nice color design, nice color palette. Comes with one 10-round mag. Little unfortunate. Wish it came with 2. If it came with 2, this would be a done deal. And 20 of those new Accublast darts, which are fantastic. Honestly, yeah. For either a new Nerfer, who maybe already has a couple of mags, or is looking at getting a couple of blasters for these, I think you'll have a lot of fun. For already established Nerfers, your current gear does work on it. 14 shouldn't do that, but 14 works just fine. And it's a really lightweight, powerful, nimble package. If you're into this sort of crossbow aesthetic, this this blaster actually single-handedly solves the problem with crossbows, which is because the stupid bow arms exist, it's hard to store them. This, laying flat in a bin or being on the wall, is much more manageable than having to balance one of these somewhere. It can be a little bit of a nightmare, especially with the old Air Warriors crossbows, but this one seems to solve basically all the problems I had with the crossbows. And not just all the problems I had with the crossbows, but apart from the fact that it doesn't come with 2 of these, or even 2 of these, solves a lot of my issues with the easy fire and easy shot. It seems to have that more robust mechanism that the easy shot has, which makes it so it fires a lot more consistently, since this one got hit with a shot consistency bug, sometimes shoots like 30 FPS, sometimes shoots like 80. It gets rid of that stupid little crosshair, so you actually have clear visibility, regardless of what you're doing. And apart from some things that are kind of like nitpicks, like, oh, there's no stock on this thing, it's stupid. Or, oh, the bow arms are really dumb, which, by the way, you can snip this if you really didn't want it. But if you didn't want it, just buy the easy shot. These are very comparable. I don't know. I cannot help but like this blaster. It's good for new players. It's good for established players. I think if you're into it, it's certainly a lot better than the old Adventure Force crossbows. It's nifty. It's really nifty. Smooth magwell. Fires really well. Kind of looks like the old crossbows look like a Para 308. This one doesn't really, but I think it's cool. I think it's a cool blaster. Even though it has no customization, it's very capable. I think a new player who maybe just has 3 of these 10-round mags and is just swapping them throughout the duration of maybe a 15-minute game, yeah, you could have a lot of fun with it. Pre-established player who's maybe got the Rogue and got the drum and some mags, already Nerf stuff, yeah, you could really have some fun with this. This does make the blaster a little tall and vertically wide, but I'm still pretty comfortable wanting to run this. I think it's a pretty capable package. For front grips, it can be a little challenging, I will say. You can hold on to the bow arms, that's kind of cool. This gets in the way, so don't even think about it. Stay on the priming handle, that's fine. Hold on to your mag, that's fine. There's a lot of different ways you can end up holding this blaster. Even down here, you can hold like this. A lot of different ways. It makes it decently comfortable and decently powerful. And honestly, I think that's all we really need out of the Easy Crossbow. So, I like it. And if you're interested, 18 is not a bad price. You can definitely wait for a sale. 15 will feel a lot better than 18, but 18 feels pretty good. Had it come with 2 mags for 20, I would have been over the moon about it. Had it come with 2 mags for 18, I would have been pretty good about it, but 15 for everything presented here isn't too bad, and the retail price of 18 is honestly nothing to really complain about. It's a solid blaster, and underneath that $20 price tag, which makes it super good. But that's going to be all for my video review on the Air Warriors or Adventure Force Easy Crossbow. Hope you enjoyed this video as sort of the last remaining one for my Walmart new blaster release schedule. Yes, I know there were a couple of X-Shot ones that came out, but those I will wait on for a little bit because, well, X-Shot seems to do well with group reviews. As always, if you have any comments or questions about this blaster, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I will tend to get to them. I tend to want to answer a lot of things, so if you have any questions, let me know. Or if you have any requests, let me know, now that I'm kind of freed up of my reviews for a little bit. And, of course, remember, you don't need to buy a blaster just because a reviewer told you. Be wise with your money. Spend it how you want. You know the blasters that you want, but if you're looking for more research, reviews are always a good guide, but never the... And, as always, remember, you don't need to buy it because a reviewer told you to. Shop how you want to shop. You don't need a review to be an end-all be-all for your purchase decision. It can certainly help you make an informed decision, but it doesn't need to be the final say. And as always, take it easy, and I'll see you in whatever my next project happens to be.